Good morning, farmers. And it's grass. Okay. Just came down here next to one of our fields, down past John's store. I think I mentioned in a couple videos ago that I want to check out this field to see what was growing here, because I may buy this field, but it's grass, so yeah. Anywho, it's the same day as the last episode, when we found out that going to bed at 5:30 in the morning and sleeping for a half hour can, make you feel fully recovered. We're traveling through Janet's farm right now. She shouldn't mind. But as you can see, we got the cultivator on the back of the wife's tractor. If I can manage to get through Janet's farm and back to a road somewhere. Looks like there's a few fields down here that are ready to harvest. But we're going way over here to do a cultivating job in a field. Now, this is why I bought this small field here. Because usually when you take jobs from here, it's for these fields like so. And I was tired of coming over and finding out it was for this little tiny 3/4 hectare field, which pays very little, obviously. Hopefully it's going to be one of these big fields. It could even be this 1 hectare field. And let's hope that it's not. But, if it is, it is. Can't tell until we go over there. But at least we know it's a cultivating job. So that's part of the first. Well, that's what we're going to do to start the morning. And then when we get back to the farm, we'll hook up the artificial fertilizer and we'll run across back to the big field. And we'll quickly fertilize that and call it an episode. That's the plan. That's grass as well. But today was kind of an indifferent day. Usually I get home from work. Of course, hop on the internet, check what's going on here and there. Checking the discussion forum for Farmers Dynasty. And the developer has spoken. There were some questions being asked, and like we said, I haven't heard from him in a couple weeks. Maybe some of you have already seen it. Oh, you're the one with a job. Where do you think you're going?
Hi there.
Good morning, friend.
Yep.
Is there something I can help you with?
I need one of my fields cultivated. Would you do it?
You see the tractor behind you with the cultivator on it? That does pay nicely, so that's going to be like, 4,200 euros.
Sounds good. I'll take
Or
care of
44.
this.
So are you my wife's cousin, sister? I would say you're probably your sister, actually. I'll take your money anyways. It's all the same. I'll drive around you so I don't hit you. Yeah, you're welcome. Wait, isn't that the field that I just... Nah, that's the next field over. Yeah, so like I was saying, the developer did answer a quick question. Someone asked if there were any updates in the future, and so on and so forth, and what were they going to add, so on and so forth. And as in reading this, I was a little disappointed to read what I read, basically. The very first line from his response was, "The game is content complete." Meaning, don't expect them to add any more content at this time. Canola, ready for harvest. Plans have changed. This is the field you want me to do, right? It most certainly is. It's ready for harvest. You want me to... Okay, so I'll have to get back to this developer thing in a second. Because... Man, the harvester is way down. So here we are. Our harvester is over here. So, and the tractor and trailer are over here. I gotta transport everything over here to harvest this field. Which we are gonna do, obviously. No, I don't want to plow the field. I want to hop my harvester. Yeah, they're all there somewhere. Yep. Alright. Let me put a marker down here because I'm not used to taking this route. If I can get out of here, that'd be great. Well, now this gives me more time to talk about it, and maybe I'll have to do some more work off camera. So the developer first line says, the game is content complete, at least for the release version. So, don't expect them to add any more content. As you know, this game is in early access, so they're not going to add any more content until it is considered released. We can interpret this many ways. So in the next update, don't expect any content, I would assume. And any future content could be DLC or maybe things that they will add to the game. So the next update, from what he said, we're sorting out bugs, doing the polishing on both game and localization. Also, there's a great performance implement in the pipeline. We can't give any ETA for the next update, though. So, I would assume that means don't expect an update anytime soon. And don't expect any content to come with it. Some people have already voiced their opinion from what the developer said this morning. Meaning, this is the 4th of June that he wrote that. And already a couple people wrote content complete with a question mark. Like, really? Content complete? Yeah, some people have even already said, yep, they're done playing the game if they consider this content complete. And I want to give the developers a little bit of time to maybe clarify what they're saying here. Because if they consider this releasable with the content they have, I'm not sure. To me, it just needs more content. I mean, don't get me wrong, I have played many hours in this game, obviously, and feel like I got my money's worth out of it, but it's not enough to keep it going. In hindsight, you look at my last few handful episodes, it's basically just, working the fields as they are. I mean, I think they need to work on doing more work for the animals. I mean, you see me feed the cows the first day of spring when we harvest 2 fields by the farm, and that's it. I'm done with the animals. Chickens, I could, if you fed the chicken trough to 1,000 kilograms, I don't think you have to feed them for like 3 years. But hopefully the devs will answer back to some of these people relatively quickly. And maybe we'll get a better idea what he's saying. Because I was kind of fearing that they're going to release this and also come up with all the ideas and make it a DLC. which makes it feel kind of like a little bit of like a money grab to me, but that's just my opinion right now. And that's all I really want to say about that at the moment. I mean, basically, what I read just wrote you right now, it's all hero, and a lot of people seem to be displeased about that. So we will see what happens in the near future. But it definitely does tell me don't expect an update anytime soon. But that doesn't mean it couldn't be tomorrow, because he just says, "Oh yeah, there's big work coming to the game, but it's not going to add content to it." But we can't give an ETA on the update. I don't know. I think it would have been better if the developer didn't say anything about what their plans were at this point, because it's very vague what he wrote. I mean, if they're going to release the game on the content they have now, and then give us more updates once it's released and not make it a DLC, then I'm okay with that. But if they just release the game as it is, and then come out with like, oh yeah, we got all these new package of implements and whatever from, say they get a license through a brand, you know, say like the New Holland or a Massey Ferguson or something like that, and they start charging us like $10 for deal. I mean, if it's only like $3 for a DLC, you know, I guess I could be okay with that. But we'll just have to see where it goes from here. And where it goes from here is, I haven't been able to do this for a long time, so let's see if we can still harvest a field that we need to do a job in. And it looks like we can. So this is probably something they still need to work on a little bit. So we came here to do a cultivating job, which we still will get paid for. What was it? What was it, like $2,200 to get paid for? And then we'll get the social points, you know, which would be like 4,400 social points. But before we do all that, we got 4 hectares of canola to harvest. So, I mean, the yield is not going to be great, because you can see the stats of the field right there. 0% plowed, cultivated, fertilized, blah, blah, blah. So, yeah, it's not going to be well. And oh crap, I have plowed this field before. And you can tell, because look at the harvester go bouncy, bouncy. So here I thought, you know, like I said, we're going to cultivate, then go down and fertilize our big field. Yeah, we're not going to be fertilizing our big field at all today. Harvesting this field is going to take us a long time, because I still got to go down and grab the other tractor with the trailer, and then drive it all the way over here. And then every time I have to bring a load to sell, I got to go on the other side of the map again. So it's this could take a while. And I've been jabbering on quite a bit already this to begin this episode about the developer. So I think what I may do right here is I'll make a jump cut. I'll bring it back when the harvester is full-ish, and I got the other tractor and trailer back here to unload at some point. And we'll see how far we get around the field with one trailer full. So I shall see you in a while, but for you, like always, it'll be just a quick second. Well, I just unloaded the harvester, and basically 12,000 kilograms of grain was over half the field. Just to give you a rough idea of how terrible the yield actually is if you don't plow, cultivate, fertilize, manure, all that fun stuff. So basically, I'm going to get 2 harvesters out of this field on a 4-hectare field, which is not the greatest. But as you can see, I did get the other tractor and trailer over here. So my plan kind of goes as follows. We're going to top off the tipper trailer. And instead of making runs back to the grain store at the moment, we're going to use the combine harvester as a quote-unquote tipper trailer. Just to be sure. So basically, we'll have a full trailer there of grain. And then I'll finish harvesting the field with the combine harvester, so we'll keep the grain in here. And then we'll get to cultivating instead of making trips all the way across the city. Actually, it'd be more like a county, won't it? Because there's different towns and stuff. So this map is kind of like a county. Hey, anywho, yeah. So instead of wasting time going all the way across the county or the map and wasting daylight, we can get to work on cultivating as well, because it is already actually it's almost 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And I do have more time here to harvest this field when we get to cultivating, because cultivating will take us a while as well. And like I said, if you watched my previous videos, you kind of know that the next day on the farm is a rainy day. Still, right? Yeah, rainy day. So I'm still trying to figure out what to do. Because the one thing I'm seeing down here is there's fields with stuff ready to harvest in. So if we get the cultivating job done today, who knows, we could wake up tomorrow and they could have another job for us down here, which means I can take more crops from them. Yeah, take some more crops from them. That's steal their crops. Now in real life, what they've been trying to do was grow crops in the field, cultivate them in to get more nutrients from the crops into the soil. But it ain't gonna happen because we're taking them. Now I haven't been able to do this, or like I said, I don't want to say steal the crops, but get a job in the field to have crops ready to harvest, and harvest them and do the job in such a long time. I didn't know if this was still a thing, but obviously it is. We learned a lot in the last couple episodes of The Day on the Farm. Yeah, go to bed at 5:30 in the morning, wake up at 6, and oh yeah, that was great. That's what you call a flippin' power nap right there. But yes, this is why it's also important to cultivate your field as well, because harvesting in a field that hasn't been cultivated but plowed, we got to bring the harvester back and make sure just got to make sure all the nuts and bolts are tight when we get back, because this thing's been shaking, rattling, and rolling quite a bit. But yeah, I think that's my good plan of not wasting time bringing and selling the crops just yet. We'll fill up that trailer, then fill up the combine, park everything aside, hop back into the wife's tractor, start cultivating, get the job done. It's going to be another late night, I think. The wife is going to start wondering exactly what we are doing at night, because it'll be like the 3rd night in a row. Well, we've been gone rather late. But, you can't pass up this opportunity. I just wanted to, do the cultivating job and talk about the developer and everything. Things have changed. But now since I've said that, yeah, I'm still sticking with the game. See where this takes us. I hope it doesn't become like Farming Simulator, where people go out and pay money for the game, and then they come up with DLC that's like half the price of the base game. But I can sit here and speculate for a long time, and it may not be anything like I'm thinking or what they have planned. So I'm just going to quite now say what the developer said, which I've said early in the video, and see what transpires over the next day or so. See if it replies to what a lot of these people are saying. But we need to focus on finishing. Wrong button. There we go. We need to finish harvesting this field. Oh man, these bumps are just... I'm glad I'm not really riding in this combine harvester right now with this shake, rattling, and rolling. But this is where the added content would come in. It'd be nice to have like a second harvester. So you can have harvesters in different sides of the map, so you don't have to keep driving back and forth. But there's only, well, let me rephrase what I just said. Yes, we can have another combine harvester, but I'm not going to use the original old 1930s, 40s combine harvester that only holds 1,200 grains. It doesn't harvest as well as the new combine does. I would like to have another Class Lexian combine, well, I would like to have another yellow and white combine harvester to ride around in. It looks like a Lexian. Don't say I said that though. It looks like a Class Lexian. How much more of this field we got to go? Not much more. So I think I'll bring it back when I finish harvesting this wonderful canola, and then we can maybe start cultivating this field for the nice lady. Or I should say my sister-in-law. I think she's my sister-in-law. Hard to say. She looks so much like my wife that she has to be sisters. Maybe twins. Who knows? I'll see you in a bit. I'm just rambling. Shut up, Peanut. Alright. Shutting up. Just a small patch to take care of. Like so. Turn the header off. Raise the header. Raise the roof. And try to get off this field before everything falls apart on this thing. We will park it over here in the field that we cultivated I don't know how many episodes ago. Yeah, there's nothing in it. It says grass, but the grass is in the middle of the field right there. We'll grab our tractor. Oh, excuse me. Wow. I just hit puberty. We'll grab our tractor and park it over here. Right next to the combine harvester. And the wife's tractor is right here. How this day on the farm has changed drastically by two things. Before I started recording, I was like, alright, I knew this job was here to do. I said, well, we'll cultivate and I'll talk about this and then we'll go fertilize and blah, blah, blah. And then I read what the developer had to write. Then we get down here with the cultivator and the field is full of a harvestable crop, and I'm thinking, wow, so much has changed in 5 minutes. So what time did we start? Ooh, geez, almost 5 o'clock in the evening. So it took us just about 11 hours to harvest this field. Yeah, I realize I'm cultivating. It's not my call. It's not my field. I got told to cultivate it. I know it's not plowed. That's going to probably keep popping up for the next half hour or 45 minutes on cultivating this field. So we're going to get paid pretty well. Like, she's going to pay us the $2,200. And let's see, we got, I forgot to check how much was in the combine harvester. I want to say maybe 6,000 kilograms of grain. And we got a full trailer. So 16, 22. Let's say 22,000. It can only goes for like 7. So just shy of $20,000 we'll get between doing the cultivating job and selling the grain. Does that seem right? Somewhere in there. So the plan is we'll finish cultivating this field. Hopefully, I don't have to go regain some sleep or rest bar, whatever you want to call it. And on the way back to the farm, we'll take our tractor with the trailer. We'll go sell that. And then the next day on the farm, or tomorrow, what I'll do is when it's raining out, I'll come down, grab the combine harvester, and I'll go back to the farm and refill the trailer. Instead of driving the trailer way back here to unload the harvester, why? I'll bring the harvester back to the farm and unload it there. Save some time that way. Yeah, I realize I'm cultivating a field that hasn't been plowed. I just harvested this stupid thing and, you know, bounced around everywhere. At some point, all these fields will be ours as well. I think. I don't buy these fields for a couple of reasons. One, I do like the social points. You know, try to get up to that million to get the Steam achievement. I think some people got the Steam achievement by doing... There was a cheat when the game first came out. I don't know if it's still... if you can still do that or not, but the people that I did see on the forum anyways, way back when, they were cheating the social points in, and they were doing it just trying to get married, because, you know, by the most social points you have, the better chance you have of getting married. They were having problems with their save games once in a while by cheating in the social points and all that. So if that's still out there, just be aware that some people were having issues with their save games with it. Yep, I know. Cultivating crops that are probably still in the field. I'm cultivating a field that hasn't been plowed. And the sun's starting to set again, and I've got plenty of work to do still left. Oh man, 3 days in a row. And we've slept a half an hour, basically. But once again, I'm going to take a jump cut. Let me get some of this field done. I wonder what leaves take. Where are the leaves? I don't see no leaves anywhere. But let me get some of this done, and I'll bring it back when the field looks less stubbly. I have this funny feeling that I'm cultivating soil that has not been plowed yet. I just keep experiencing this deja vu over and over and over again. I also have found out that cultivating at night is just as much fun as trying to seed at night. As you saw coming down that way, it was kind of hard to see where the stubble was and where I cultivated. It's just not as bad going this way, but when I go up the field the other direction, you'll see in a second, it's perfectly fine. Must have something to do with the moonlight, or I have no idea. The one thing about the warning about the cultivating thing is at least I don't get the warning as much as I'm tired, because I'm tired again. Yeah. The third day here, and we're on a half hour of sleep, so yeah, of course I'm tired. I haven't even checked to see what time it is. I'm just, I almost said almost plowing through, but we're actually cultivating through. And I almost forgot, because we only have to go to 96%, because we're doing a job, not an actual field, so we're just about done, actually. But it's actually getting better now. It's like when I was driving down this way before, the way the moon was, it was almost impossible to see where I had cultivated and where I had not. And I was wondering if I could even do the job at that point. I was like, oh my god, I can't see where I've been. What we'll have to do is, after we finish the job, we'll have to run over to the house over there. The NPCs will be inside the house, but as long as we get close enough, we'll complete the job. We'll get our cash and social points, and then we'll hop in our tractor and head up to the sell point. Sell that grain, and we'll drive the tractor and trailer back to the farm and get a good night's rest. Oh, we're all done. Thank you. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to park our equipment that we're not taking back up here across the street, not in a field, because at midnight the fields will, I don't want to say reset, but no, I don't want that. I don't want my scaffolding either. But at midnight, if the AI decides they want to reseed this field, it'll just be reseeded. And if I start the next day, your machines will be in the field, and then you can get crop destruction and all that fun stuff. So it's just a good habit. Don't park in fields that are not yours, just in case that happens. And here. So this is what we're taking back with us, at least tonight. And in the morning I'll come grab the combine harvester and drive that back to the farm. And I'll probably do that off camera. Let's go talk to my sister-in-law. Hopefully I can get close enough to where it accepts a job. Yep.
Thank you. Here's something for you.
At midnight. Thank you. Pay the man. So that's a good job to begin with. And now we're gonna go sell some of this grain. And I forgot to check how much was in the harvester when I moved it, but it is what it is. That field right there is ours. I bought that just so I wouldn't come down here, accept a job, find out it was that little field. I'm like, really? I came all the way down here for that little piece of field, huh? So it looks like we'll be getting to bed around 2 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, probably 2 o'clock in the morning. We gotta go all the way across the map to the sell point. Damn right I'm tired. 3 days of work. I'm gonna give our farmer the day off tomorrow, other than coming down, grabbing the harvester and selling that grain. Seems like for the past hour, that's all I've seen is warning signs coming up like, hey, you're cultivating soil that hasn't been plowed, you're tired, your trailer is full, sell the grain or put it in a silo, and welcome to Lakeville. Seems like every 5 seconds, that's all I'm hearing is dung, dung. That's the sound of the warning sound. Yep. My trailer is full. Thanks for noticing. We are working on it. So it does pay in a way to go check other people's fields. I mean, that was a good paying job, like we said, and not only that, we're going to get hopefully somewhere around 16, not in this trailer, obviously, but between the combine harvester and this trailer, maybe like 16 grand or so by selling some canola. Miss my bed, miss my wife. We do. Now, it wouldn't be a bit surprising in a couple days if those maize fields down the other corner are ready to harvest, but Harvester won't be down there, but it won't be that long of a drive, and who knows, maybe we'll get lucky and get another job from our sister-in-law down there. We can steal crops again. Right behind you, yellow car. Oh, my lights aren't on. Yeah, he'll love that. Oh, it's going to start to rain at midnight. And not 6 a.m. Uh-oh. Alright. Well, the crops won't get too wet. We're not too far from the sell point. I'm so used to, going to bed and waking up at 6 a.m. and you got maybe like 20 to 30 minutes in game time before it starts to rain. Must be about 20 minutes because we're 20 minutes past midnight when it started to rain. Learned something else again. Just learning a whole bunch in the last 2 episodes. Well, at least our tractor is getting washed. Now you can kind of see what color it should be. Or it was, it's just hidden. Yep, so our farmer's going to get like a half day tomorrow. So he'll go to bed somewhere around, probably even before noon, I would think. Being a rainy day, there should be no jobs available, I think. Let's hurry up, sell this grain, get back to the farm so this poor guy can actually get a decent night's rest in. But first things first. I think canola goes for what, 710? Can I see the total here somewhere? I probably saw it when I gotta do this. No, can't see it. Whoop, whoop. I just saw it there for a second. Did you see it? Oh, canola, 792. Saw it. And I forgot to check to see how much was in... Oh, I can see how much was in the bank account. Last save game was right here when we did the job. So we were at 331. I should write that down somewhere so I can just see how much profit we actually did make. And we're at 43. So that was about 12 grand right there that we just brought up to the sell point. So yeah, whatever's left in combine harvest, I want to say 6,000 kilograms, so we might get like 4 grand from that sale. So yeah, somewhere around 16,000 for harvesting a field that they wanted me to cultivate. So somewhere around, like I said, just shy of $20,000 for doing that job, really. And a beautiful 4,000 social points. But let's go home. Go home and jump in bed so we can wake up in 5 hours. Just under 5 hours, and we'll go get the combine harvester. Well, I'll go get the combine harvester in the morning. You guys probably won't see that at all. We'll empty that out, bring that up to sell. Let's see, where can I empty the combine harvester? I think I'll actually drive down by John's store. And park down there because that's probably the best place I can unload into the trailer when I bring the combine back. actually park over here because when the combine comes, the pipe will be on the correct side. And that's right, I can't run because I'm tired. Obviously, I'm really tired. Yeah, I'll leave that open. But that's going to do it for today's episode. Not even close to what I had planned to do, other than the cultivating job. Not even close to really what I want to talk about mostly, but you know, you got to talk about what you got to talk about. That's important stuff. So hopefully you guys did enjoy the episode. I do appreciate you watching as always. And I will see you in the next episode where it's not raining, I won't be tired, and I'm not working 40 gazillion hours in a row. Yeah, I'll see you in the next episode. Have a good one.